Hi there. Finally, I was freaking out there. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get online again, but here we are. So hi, it's Sharon here with Creating with Sharon, and today I'm going to show you how I made these cards. So this is the ones I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to change them up a bit, and then I made them just a little bit different using the embossing folder. And the stamp set is retired, unfortunately, but I found it on my shelf, so I thought I'd pull it out and play with it. So, hi Gaetan, how are you? So I'm just going to show you, we had club this week, so this is what we made. I showed the girls how to emboss on tin, and they totally loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing. And of course, I started thinking about Christmas and doing Christmas tins and embossing snowflakes and everything like that, which is totally cool. Then we made 3 of the roosters, and these are 3x3s, and then with the envelopes, and we just stuck them inside. So that was one of the projects. And then the second one was this one here. Isn't that gorgeous? So this one here, we used the champagne glimmer paper and then just lightly brushed it on with a brush that I found at the dollar store. So I thought that was pretty cool. If you live in Winnipeg and you're interested in coming to my classes, would love to have you. You are more than welcome to come to club. I try and teach the girls a technique a day, or a class. Let me just turn this down. I try and teach them at least 2 techniques. But that one, I think we did a few techniques on that one. And I try and have them do a 3D project also. So if you're interested, just let me know or just pop me a line, and we'll get you set up. So this technique, I use the press and seal, which is really cool. So I'm just going to show you what I used for this project. So I used this bundle. I used the stamp and the die cuts. I didn't use the traditional colors that are in the catalog. Obviously you saw what I did. Went out of my comfort level. Well, not really, because I really like pink too. So, so I'll just pull out everything that I used for that, starting with the stamp set. So there's the Tropical Chic and the die cuts. And I also used the Well Written, and that is for, like, I did the thanks and I did the welcome using the Well Written dies. And then Statement of the Heart, unfortunately this is retired, but it's beautiful saying. So, and I thought I'd take it off the shelf and use it. Put that to the side. Let's see what else we got here. So we got some bling, of course, Sharon has to have bling. And then we're going to use Melon Mambo and Blushing Bride. And I got some gold embossing powder, some Versamark collector for the embossing powder, my embossing buddy. And I also have some clear embossing powder, because I'm going to show you a technique on how to make your own colored embossing powder. And then also we have some foam strips. And I'm thinking that's about it. Oh, and I used the rectangle. I didn't bring it over. I'm going to be using the rectangle stitch framelits and the welcome out of that. So let's get started. I'm going to do this one a little bit different, because I really like the gold in this one, but I don't want to cut them out. So I thought I would emboss the gold onto the bottom of the card base there. So let's get started. Okay, so I got a scrap piece of paper to do the leaves, and then this is the piece that I'm going to use for the for this right here. And then I got some, I know this is retired, guys, but I had to use it. And then we have the Melon Mambo card base. Oh, this is a scrap piece of paper, and this one here I have the card base and the background. And I'm thinking I'm missing, I am missing a piece of cardstock. My bad. So just give me a second, and I'm going to go grab it. It shouldn't take me too long to cut it. No, I think I'm good. No, I lied. I think I'm good. Okay, So let's get started. So this is the card base that I'm going to do the gold leaves in. I'm just going to use my embossing buddy. Just ink this up and just put some leaves. So these are going to be like in the background. They're not going to be, if you notice these ones here, they're sort of raised. These are going to be flat against the, just so give it a little bling in there with the gold. I'm just going to see where I can put another one. Hi Tammy, how are you? And that there. Okay, so I'm just going to put this out of the way because I know me, I will sprinkle the embossing powder and it will end up on my first one. So bring in the tray and just get some gold. I need some more. I'm ordering a whole bunch more this week and just sprinkle it all over. Oh my gosh, yesterday I almost had a heart attack. I'm sorry, but social media, it shouldn't get your life like that. I'm telling you. I was just panicking because I can do my Facebook Live. I end up calling my internet provider saying what the heck's going on. But in my own defense, our landline was down, which is voice over internet. So we got that fixed up. And then they told me, oh, you know, that Facebook is down. Can you believe that? Big company like that. So they must have had some really major issues. There. Okay, now I'm gonna put a couple leaves in the background because I'm gonna be cutting this out. So I want some leaves to show. That one should just do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just yeah, but it was really frightening, like how much everybody relies on social media. Anyway, okay. Just a little too hard. Okay. I'm just gonna move this out of the way because I'm gonna bring my heat tool in, and you know what will happen? I'll have embossing powder flying everywhere. So this is gonna get noisy. I apologize. But if you guys haven't tried the heating on tin, you should give it a try. It's pretty cool and it's really easy to do. All I suggest is when you do it is make sure that you really use your embossing buddy on the tin so you have no static. But it comes out just gorgeous. So looking forward to doing it at Christmas time. So we're coming out of the deep freeze. It was like +1 today and it's melting, but the winds are like 70 kilometers an hour, which is crazy. It's just blowing everything everywhere. And we still got snow in our yard, and Rick shoveled around, took the snow out from around the side of the house so it doesn't flood. My biggest fear is coming down to my craft room and seeing water everywhere. Having a small heart attack. So I'm just going to put this to the side just for a second. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp up the leaves. So I did the larger leaves in the Melon Mambo. And just stamp. Oh, this one I should have had the Stamparatus, right? So I can just re-stamp again. There we go. And then I'm just going to use the Blushing Bride for the smaller one. And just stamp it there. So poof, all of them are all stamped, and I'll bring in my magic stamping box. Doo-doo-doo. Look at that. There they all are. All done. I just didn't want to have to show you guys how to use the Big Shot on that one. But do as many as you like. And now I'll bring this back in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place these leaves randomly onto the white that we embossed. And they can go anywhere. Oops, that's just too many. Let's put that there, there. So basically just play around with it until you're happy with what you got. I'll just do it like that. I'm gonna put that one in there. Okay, I have one extra, but that's okay. So now, oh, excuse me. I'm going to take a piece of the press and seal, and I'm going to put it over top of this. Oh, wrong side up. My hands are all sticking to it. Just flip it over. So I guess it's two-sided. One side's got a little bit sticky, and the other side doesn't. So basically, just run it over like that. Just pick this up. So I'm going to bring the Big Shot in now. Show you what we're going to do. So I'm taking this die cut from the stitch frame, and I'm going to put it into the center of that and run it through. I'm just going to grab my Big Shot and be right back. Okay, I'm back. So turn this way. I'm going to turn it like this for the moment, so when I position my paper, that I can see that I have it quite square. And you're going to put this into the center, just like that, and then get your top plate, put it in. Try not to make sure you don't move it, and then I'm just going to run it through. So there it is right there. Now I'm just going to move this puppy out of the way. Okay. Now I'm going to lift. This should just pop right out. Why isn't it popping out? Okay, so here we go. So I'm just going to pop this out. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm going to bring my Big Shot in. It doesn't look like it went through all the way around. So make sure you go through about 3 or 4 times then. And make sure when you're putting it through, is that you want to put your die in this way. You want it to go through the have the die going through the longest way. That way it won't damage your Big Shot. Because if you have it going this way, we only have this much going through, where we have the long way going. Oops, I'm shaking the whole table here, sorry. Blair Witch Project, if you guys can remember that one. And there, I think we got it. Just give it a try before I move it. Yeah, there we go, we got it. So I'm going to just move this out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to flip this around. I'm going to just take this off and put it, I made these I got picture frames at the dollar store, and then I just got some magnets, and then it adhered them to that, and then it just keeps my magnets, and it's all in one place. so I know where they are and they're not somewhere where they're not supposed to be. Okay, so now comes the fun part. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this away from... Okay, I gotta take my glasses off. I can't see. Went to get my eyes checked yesterday. My progressives needs to be a little bit stronger, they said. So we're just going to lift this up. Be very careful. And what you want to do is just go underneath the leaves. And just pull it up, just like that. So you have this now. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, look at that. I got embossing powder everywhere. So now this one here is probably going to be a little bit tougher. So just, oh no, there we go. A little bit easier. Okay, so that's like that. Okay, so now you're going to get your dimensionals. I would suggest getting your larger ones and your minis. And you're going to flip these over. And you're going to put your dimensionals on the back of the leaves. Sorry, I'm focusing here. Yeah, make sure I have enough. And when you're putting your dimensions on, put them closer to the stitch line, because you'll be cutting the excess away when we go to adhere it. And that one there looks like we need some little guys. I'm gonna cut this one in half. Okay, I think I might put this one up a little too high, so I'm just going to bring this one down just a tad. Put it right there. Okay, so you have your dimensions. So now you're going to bring this piece back in. And you're going to just put this over, oh, no you're not. You're going to take the backs off the dimensionals. Now I'm thinking you could probably do this with a lot of stamps. I was thinking of doing it with the all geared up. I have to give that a try. Okay, so I'm just going to put this. You're basically going to line up your stitch line with that. All the way around, and then just push it down just like that. Now let's do the same for this. No, we're not going to do the same for that one yet because we're not quite ready for that one. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take my my scissors. I'm just going to cut the excess off. Now you can use your trimmer, but my trimmer's on the other side of the room. See where I put that dimensional? It's going to be cut in half. It's going to be wasted. But my cutter's at the other side of the room, so I'm not going to go grab it. And just cut off the excess paper. And you know what? I'm going to do this first. I'm just going to pull the press and seal away. You got to be really careful too, because if you pull it too fast, it may lift the paper. You have to be really gentle when you lift this one off. Oh, see, I ripped it right there, but it's okay. I can fix that with some dazzling diamonds. Nobody will see. And just slowly rip it, pull it, not rip it, pull it back. we go. Now you could do this in any color. I just wanted the Melon Mambo. I woke up, I saw this technique and I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh, I should do it with that. So I did. This pink sort of catches. Did you guys, sorry, the Midwest in the States is having a huge snowstorm. And they have some of them, like the highway just out of Winnipeg here down to the States has been closed because Grand Forks, which is like just about 3 hours away from here, it's getting so much snow. And the scary part of that is that all their water flows into the Red River, and the Red River flows north, and it's going to be coming our way. And they predict there's going to be quite a bit of flooding shortly, which is really sad. It's and come on, almost done. But this is about the longest it takes, this part right here. Otherwise, it's a fairly simple card to do. Almost like you're making a shadow box. There we go. And just take that off. Okay, so there's that. So now you have a frame. So now I'm going to bring in I'm going to do it on white. Let's just see this one. Actually, no, let's do it on the Melon Mambo. Looks like it looks good. Okay, so I'm going to bring out my Tombow glue. Just glue it onto the back. And adhere it. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put dimensions on the back of this one. Okay, so now before we get started, I'm just going to put this on here. And of course I didn't bring I don't have a pen here. Just give me a second, I'm going to grab a pen, or a pencil actually. And what you want to do is, once it's centered, just put a little dot on either side, on all four sides, and that way you know where the center of that's going to be. So when you go to do your stamp, which I'm going to do this one right here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it in Versamart. Where is it? Oh, here it is. And stamp it in Versamart first. And then I'm going to bring in my Melon Mambo so I can make it the color I want to. But you can do whatever you want, but I'm going to do it this way today. And so you basically can make your own embossing powder color, I guess, by doing it this way. And just put this in the center of that square that I punched out. So it looks like that. Now I'm going to bring in my clear embossing powder. And just sprinkle all over. Lots. So now it looks white, right? So, but when you go to heat it up, magic happens. I like to make sure it's nice and hot, and I just hold it in one spot. Everybody does it different, but this is how I do it. Hold it in one spot until it starts turning. And there it goes. There, I just made Melon Mambo glossy, well, embossing powder. So now I'm going to just take these off. Okay, oops, still going around. Come on. And then put this in the center. I was a little off on that, but that's okay. We'll just fix that with, okay, where's my jewels? Here they are. So I'm thinking, I'm going to use the pink ones on this one here. So basically just take off some jewels, and obviously 3, and just 1, 2, and I'll put this one right here. Oh, no, that's too close. Put this one up here. So there we go. Cute, eh? Doesn't look straight, but wow. Okay, so there's this one, and then there's this one. I think I like it better with the gold in the background. What do you guys think? And then there's this one with the leaves, but I think I like this one. A little bit of gold here and there. Okay, so totally messed up. What you want to do is you want to trim back the leaves so the card will fit in an envelope. I should have done this before I adhered it, so I apologize for that. So just like that. And then there you go. All gorgeous. So that's one of the 2 that we made. So I'm going to do, so this one here, I'm going to do it white on white. And I'm going to do the Melon Mambo frame. Okay, so I'm going to just move this out of the way. I have the centerpiece, that there. So what I'm just going to move this out of the way so I don't get all over the place. And now I'm just going to put my dimensions on the back side of these. So you don't have to worry about cutting these around the edges because they've already been cut when you ran it through the Big Shot with the stitch flanelets. So when you're doing this technique, I strongly suggest that you have your bigger dimensionals and also the smaller ones. When you get into the smaller places, like in the corner here, probably already told you that, but and that, and put and there. So in less than a month, going to, be less than a month. Going to On Stage in Minneapolis. So excited. New catalog, get to see the new catalog. Get to play with some of the new products. There you go. Okay, so get these puppies out of the way for now. And let's take these off. Put another one there, just a smaller one. There we go. So you do go through quite a few dimensionals, but I just love the effect of how it does. Okay, so now you're going to put this piece onto the centerpiece of the other one. Now this one's going to be a little bit difficult to pull off because of the stitching around the edges, so just be a little careful. But that press and seal you can pick up just about anywhere. I picked mine up at Safeway. I saw it at a drugstore too. So it runs about $6 for a package. But I showed the girls the cards, and this is what we're going to be doing at Club next month. So if you live in Winnipeg and you want to come on over, by all means, just let me know. If you come, there's a $15 charge for coming, but if you purchase at Club, then you get the class for free. And we're doing this, and then we're doing an Easter project too. I'll probably do another easy card, but very basic card. And those of also those that you live in, if you live in Winnipeg, here I'm having like an open house, Paper Pumpkin open house, because it's our 6th anniversary that Paper Pumpkin's been around, and it has come a long way. I have to confess that. And I have some kits I haven't used, so I was going to just use them up. It is free of charge. Get you guys to come over and have a play with the Paper Pumpkin. So I'm going to bring some of these in. I'm going to put a bigger one of these in. And then that's on the 18th, and on the 19th I'm going up to the Military Family Resource Center for I usually go up there once every 3 months, and we make 4 cards. You take 3 home with you, and 1 is left for the Military Family Resource Center here in Winnipeg. And what they do is they send that over to our members that are serving outside the country, and it's because they're outside the country, they don't have access to, may not have access to cards and stuff like that. So that's my way of giving back to the men and women that serve our country. And okay, so now I'm going to bring the Big Shot in, and I'm going to take these 2 die cuts, and I'm going to use them to cut out this frame right here. Okay, and I find it easier if you do them separately. I found that when they stick together, and they even use washi tape, they end up slipping, and it wasn't pretty. Okay, so just give me a sec. I'll bring the Big Shot back in. And this is just basically a scrap piece of paper that I had cut just for the Facebook Live today. So I'll just put that on there. And just run it on through. And then I'm just going to just put this over here. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in this one here, put it in the center, but I'm just going to just grab some washi tape just to keep the framelit in place, because you don't want it to jump when you're cutting. And there it is. Make sure Miss Molly didn't get her hands on it. God knows where she puts things. It's amazing, things go missing or found in different places. Okay. Okay, and then I'm just gonna run this through. It looks like it's pretty square. Just run this through. Let's take this off. And be really careful when you're taking off the washi tape. You don't want to pull your paper. Okay, so put this guy over here. I don't know where that paper went. Okay. Just take this out. There's a scrap of paper. I can't find the paper I was going to use for the welcome, so I'll just use a scrap and I'll just run this through. Now this is from the well-written framelits, and they're so cute. So unfortunately these are all backwards, but they have a lot of really cool sayings in it. Miss you, happy birthday, welcome, bride and groom, my sympathy or sympathy. So I'm just gonna just run this over to the Big Shot, not bring it back. Jeez, it sucks. Oh, okay, I'll be right back. There we go. I'm not just gonna pop right out. Now what you could do is on the paper that I wouldn't do that because of, never mind. Forget what I was gonna say because it wouldn't have worked. Okay, so take the framelit off this, and then you're gonna bring in your foam of adhesives. And what you're going to do is you're just going to flip this over and just run it on the back side of the stitched. And you can use as little or as much as you want. You just want it for it to rise. And if you use the dimensionals, you have to be cutting them down quite a bit. So I'd highly recommend using the foam strips. There we go. And just one more. Now, these guys I did all the way around, but I think I just, cost-wise, this is economical just to do it this way. And bring in my card. I'm going to put this on first. I'm going to dimension this. I'm going to put it into the center. And you're going to 4 corners and 1 in the center so it doesn't sag. I think with Canada Post you can do 2 layers of the dimensionals without having to pay extra postage. It's just there and mailed a bunch of stuff off, so. Okay. Bone folder is center. I'm just going to put this into the center. And then take this off here. And just put this around like that. Just pop it into place. And then with the Wacom, I was going to suggest that you use the adhesive sheets, but I wouldn't use it because when you go to put it on, if you go, this one will probably be okay, but if you, like this one here where it's over the gap, there's a gap there, when it goes to push down, it will stay there, and don't really want to do that. So I'm going to give away 4 cards today. So if you like, share, and after you shared it, you put comment that you shared, put your name into a draw for one of the 4 cards. And I'll get them mailed out to you. I'll do the draw next Wednesday. And just, this one, just put it this way. No, I can't put it that way because it's going to go right, just like that. And there you go. So we made this card and this one today. This one was made later, and then this one here I just added that later because it just needed a little something. So okay, well, I'm thinking that's about it. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll talk to you soon. I won't be doing Facebook Live next week because my husband and I are going to the spa for the day, so I won't be alive, but I might pop on during the week next week for a quick video. So again, thanks so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it, and you guys all have a great day. See you later. Bye.